So we will try to understand the difference between STDEV.S and STDEV.P in DAX with example. So our objective is to show the difference between these two DAX functions using real world data from sample superstore dataset that we have used here. So here you can see we created sales manager wise performance dashboard, and where you can see if we click and drill through to any particular sales manager, so it will take us to that person's performance. But here we will try to understand the difference between these two DAX functions. Here are quick definitions. STDEV.S, its meaning is sample standard deviation. So divisor that is used is divides by n minus 1 and used when data is sample of the population. And then we use STDEV.P. This is population standard deviation where it divides by n, used when data represents the entire population. So we'll work on the orders table. So here you can see we have the orders table. So, and the column that we are considering here is this sales column. So where sales represent the sales value obviously. So for example, order ID is ABCDE. Here you can see we have order ID in this format. And here you can see, let's say your table has the following simplified sales data. For A it is 200, for B it is 300, and so on. So in our case, sales is this for each order ID that is given here. So if we create a measure sample standard deviation, so sales standard deviation sample equal to, we will write it like this, STDEV.S and orders.sales. It will use n minus 1 divisor, which is Bessel's correction, and it is slightly higher standard deviation. If it has, that means good for analyzing a subset of all your orders. So to create that, let's try to find out both values. And here what we'll do, we'll create a measure. So in that measure we will write sales STDEV sample. So when you will do that, it will create it for you. So let me duplicate this, and here I will just get rid of this to put our measures. From visualization I will use card. By the way, in order to check out this particular video tutorial where I explained how to build these three summary, sales manager performance and single performance, please check our playlist. I will leave the link in description. Here we will write sales STDEV formula, and you can see, and it is coming as 607.98. Now if we want to calculate sales STDEV for population, not sample, sample is S, so we can use the formula. So for this we will create a new measure. Sorry, I accidentally clicked that. We actually have to create a new measure. So we'll create a new measure, and that new measure will just write dot p here. What it gives is this value. To calculate standard deviation based on entire population given as argument. Ignore logical values and text. So if you will write this, it will create that, and this is sales STD population. So you can see a small difference between them. Now what do we mean when we are saying n minus 1? So let's calculate both what is given here. So let's see this example 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So let's say in 5 orders we have 5 sales values like this. Now if we see DAX example, obviously this we have seen how to apply that formula. So sales will be this. First you will calculate their mean. So mean will be 200 plus 300, like you will sum them and divide it by whatever number of values they are. So say the mean value here is 400. Then you will write squared deviations. So you will write first value minus 400 squared, so it will come as 40,000. Similarly, second value, so you will now calculate all of them and you will sum them. So you can check out the official Microsoft website. It uses this formula, that x minus x bar divided by n minus 1, where x is the sample mean, that is average, and n is the sample size. So here we are summing a square of everything, right? So that's what we are doing. Like we are taking x minus x bar, which is this, and when you will sum this, so this is that expression, and you will divide it by n minus 1. So STDEV.P and STDEV.S, it will have only one difference, that whatever is the square root of this, okay, like this divided by 5, so this is the square root. So whatever is the square root of this, you will divide it by 5. You will use 5 here because you will, in population, because you are considering the entire population, but in sample you will use n minus 1. That is the only difference. The summary is, this is the formula I have written here also. So STDEV.P sales is, its result will come as 141.42 if entire order history is analyzed. So use case, use population if entire order history is analyzed. Then STDEV.S, where you are dividing by n minus 1, which is coming as 158.11 if analyzing a sample of orders just 1 month or 1 region. Here are some use cases. Use STDEV.S when analyzing performance by region, category, or a filtered subset, that is last 30 days. For example, here if we are applying some kind of filter, let's say we are applying a category filter, that category is furniture, so you can do it for it, okay, for office supplies, for technology. So you will be able to understand. So you can select them one by one also. So you can select one by one. So if you are doing it category wise or doing it for a date filter, so you can use that. Use the entire population when you are analyzing the entire data. So use STDEV.P when looking at entire data set trend, total sales variability across all time. So this is a simple explanation. So now you will remember, use S when you have some kind of filter or some kind of you are selecting a sample data, not everything, and from population you will understand you are considering everything. So I hope you like this tutorial. If you did, please like our video, please subscribe to our channel. If you have any questions related to DAX, Power BI, Tableau, data analytics, anything, you can ask them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Once again, have a nice day.